This video is about Athena and Parthenon clashes with Ares until deceived by Cerberus. If this myth excites you, please like the video, share it with friends, and write in the comments how it pulled you into the adventure. In the dawn of a world where gods roamed the earth and mortals bowed in reverence, the Parthenon stood proud atop the Acropolis of Athens, a testament to the glory of Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war. Its marble columns gleamed in the sunlight, adorned with intricate carvings that told tales of valor and sacrifice. Yet, beneath this serene facade, a tempest brewed, a clash that would echo through the annals of mythology. Athena, cloaked in armor forged from the celestial fires of Olympus, descended from her lofty throne. Her emerald eyes glinted with a fierce determination as she surveyed the city below. It was the festival of Athena, a time for revelry and celebration, but dark omens clouded the skies. Whispers of war reached her ears, bringing with them the scent of blood and betrayal. Across the tumultuous seas of Olympus, Ares, the god of war, reveled in chaos. His heart thrummed with an insatiable thirst for carnage. Shrouded in crimson and darkness, Ares summoned his legion of warriors, death and destruction incarnate. His laughter echoed with an unsettling promise of impending doom, and he set his sights on Athens, yearning to claim the city as his own. As the sun dipped beneath the horizon, casting shadows that danced like specters, Ares emerged from the depths of Mount Olympus, his intentions burning like the fires of Tartarus. "Athena," he bellowed, his voice a thunderclap that resonated through the ages. "Your wisdom cannot save you from the might of my armies. Prepare for war, for I shall raise your beloved city." Athena, unyielding as the mountains, stepped forward, her voice steady and resolute. "Your hunger for destruction blinds you, Ares. The city stands not just on stone and mortar, but on honor and bravery. You shall not claim it without a fight." With a roar that echoed through the heavens, Ares unleashed his horde. Warriors clad in black armor charged forth, their battle cries piercing the air like arrows. The earth shook beneath their feet as they converged upon the Parthenon. But Athena raised her shield, emblazoned with the visage of Medusa, and summoned her own followers, valiant Athenians who revered her as their protector. The clash of steel rang out like a symphony of chaos as gods and men engaged in a fierce battle. Warriors fell, their blood staining the sacred ground, while Athena wielded her spear with unmatched precision. Each thrust was a testament to her mastery, each parry a dance of divine will against Ares' insatiable fury. But just as victory seemed within reach for Athena, shadows stared from the depths of darkness, and a sinister presence emerged as Cerberus, the three-headed guardian of the underworld. Tricked by Ares, the monstrous beast had been unleashed, sent to sow discord among the combatants. Each head of Cerberus roared, snapping at the warriors, and chaos intensified as the soldiers of both sides faltered in terror. Athena's gaze narrowed upon the creature, realization dawning in her heart. "Ares, you coward, to summon such a beast on this sacred day is the act of a true coward." The goddess steeled herself, knowing that she had to rally her warriors amidst the encroaching darkness. The heads of Cerberus lunged, their jaws snapping mere inches from Athena's armor. She parried, dodging and weaving, as her archers rained arrows upon the creature. Yet, as the arrows struck true, they merely bounced off Cerberus' impenetrable hide. Ares, sensing the tides turning, laughed a cruel laugh, reveling in the pandemonium he had conjured. "Foolish Athena, do you think you petty archers can slay a guardian of the underworld?" His voice dripped with disdain as he watched from a distance, the chaos igniting his desire for conquest. With a surge of adrenaline, Athena summoned the wisdom of her ancestors. "Gather, warriors," she commanded, her voice ringing clear like a bell of destiny. "We shall not falter. Together, we can bind Cerberus and cast him back into the darkness." As her followers rallied, Athena wove a powerful incantation, calling upon the spirits of the fallen, their wisdom guiding her hand. A shimmering lasso of divine light manifested, swelling with celestial energy. She hurled it with all her strength, aiming to ensnare the beast. With a deafening roar, Cerberus lunged, but the lasso caught one of its heads, pulling it back with a force that shook the ground. The other two heads snarled and snapped, but Athena's warriors pressed forward, creating a wall of bravery against the monstrous creature. Amidst the battle, a lone hero emerged, Theseus, the slayer of the Minotaur. His heart burned with courage, and he joined Athena at the forefront. "Together, we can conquer this beast and turn the tide of battle," he shouted, determination igniting the hearts of those around him. As Theseus and Athena fought side by side, their movements became a flawless choreography, a dance forged in the fires of destiny. They weaved through the chaos, their unity becoming a beacon of hope amidst the encroaching darkness. But in the midst of their struggle, Ares, desperate to regain control, commanded his warriors to assault Athena's flank. They charged with relentless fury, intent on breaking the goddess's resolve. The battlefield erupted into a maelstrom of clashing steel and cries of valor as Athena and Theseus fought to keep their ground. "Hold your line," Athena commanded, her voice cutting through the din like a sword through flesh. Each warrior gripped their weapon tighter, hearts pounding in unison. They were not merely fighting for survival, they were fighting for their home, for honor, for the very essence of what made them Athenians. With a final surge of strength, Theseus leaped towards Cerberus, seeking to subdue the creature. He plunged his sword deep into the earth, gripping the hilt as he called upon his courage. "By the blood of those who came before me, I will not yield, we will not be slaves to fear." A thunderous roar echoed as Cerberus thrashed, one head straining against the lasso and the other lunging at Theseus. But with Athena's guidance, he ducked low, rolling beneath the snapping jaws, and struck with all his might. The ground trembled, and the air crackled with divine energy as he pierced through the beast's defenses. Yet, just as victory seemed within reach, a terrible tremor surged through the earth. Shadows stretched, twisting and writhing, as Ares unleashed his final gambit. "Foolish mortals, you believe you can defy me, you will pay dearly for your arrogance." A blinding flash erupted, engulfing the battlefield in darkness. Athena's heart raced as she felt the fabric of reality bend. A portal ripped open, revealing a glimpse of Tartarus, the underworld, and the abyss beyond. Within it lay the souls of the damned, waiting to be unleashed upon the world. "We must close it," Athena shouted, panic and resolve intertwining. But the force of Cerberus thrashing and Ares' mocking laughter drowned her words, casting despair over the hearts of her warriors. With desperation gripping her, Athena turned to her followers. "Stand firm, we are not mere shadows of our gods. We are the light that illuminates the darkness. Together, we can prevail." Her voice tore through the fear, reigniting the flame of hope within her warriors. They charged forth, hearts ablaze with determination, and struck at Cerberus with renewed vigor, driving the beast to the brink of submission. But Ares, seeing his plan unraveling, bellowed in fury. "You dare defy me, Athena. You may have summoned your warriors, but you cannot defeat the chaos within." With a wave of his hand, a storm brewed, dark clouds swirling, lightning crackling. With Cerberus weakened, Athena seized the moment, lunging forward to deliver the final blow. "This ends now." She thrust her spear toward the last head, the divine energy surging within her. "By the wisdom of my ancestors, I send you back." Cerberus howled in agony, the lasso tightening around its neck until, with a final roar, the beast was pulled into the depths of darkness, banished from the sacred realm of Athens. Peace returned momentarily, but the air crackled with tension as Ares roared in fury. "Your victory is but a breath, Athena. The shadows will return, and I will claim what is rightfully mine." With a final malevolent glare, he retreated, vowing vengeance as the battlefield settled into an uneasy silence. The warriors of Athena stood battered and bloodied, yet victorious. They rallied around their goddess, pride swelling in their chests. But beneath the facade of triumph, Athena felt the weight of fate pressing upon her. The battle had merely begun, the shadows of war lay ahead, and destiny awaited her next move. As night fell upon Athens, the Parthenon glowed like a beacon of hope, yet the shadows rumbled ominously in the distance. Athena knew that the clash with Ares was not over. In the depths of her heart, she wondered what sacrifices lay ahead on the path to honor and glory, and was the price of victory worth the cost of the souls entwined in. As the last echoes of Cerberus's wretched howl faded into the night, a profound stillness enveloped the battlefield. The remnants of valor and despair lingered in the air, intermingling like the smoke from dying embers. Athena, standing amid her weary warriors, felt a profound heaviness settle in her heart. The cries of the fallen still haunted her ears, and the weight of destiny loomed ominously on the horizon. "Athena," cried Theseus, rushing to her side, his armor dented and smeared with the remnants of battle. "We have triumphed against Cerberus, a feat not easily forgotten. Yet Ares rekindles the flames of war. We must prepare for his return." "Yes, Theseus," she replied, her voice a mix of determination and fatigue. "But our victory is hollow without the lives lost today. We must honor them, our fallen brothers and sisters. Let the sacrifices forge our resolve." Raising her arms, Athena beckoned the spirits of the fallen, their ethereal forms shimmering as they rose to join her. "You who gave your lives for our city, we remember your courage." The words flowed like water, wrapping around the warriors like a warm embrace, igniting their resolve. "We shall not let your bravery fade into the shadows. Instead, we will take this moment to mourn and to forge bonds unbreakable." As the warriors knelt, their heads bowed in reverence, a flicker caught Athena's eye. From the depths of the shadowy horizon, a storm brewed, dark clouds swelling ominously, illuminated by the flashes of lightning above. The laughter of Ares, an unsettling symphony of chaos, echoed in the distance, threatening to shatter the fragile peace. Athena, a voice shouted from the rear of the ranks. It was Pericles, a young warrior known for his valor. What shall we do? Ares will return with his armies, and we are not yet whole. We cannot withstand his wrath. Athena's emerald eyes blazed, a fire igniting within her. Fear not, brave Pericles. This night calls for unity and strategy. We must seek allies beyond our city's walls. I will call upon the Olympians to stand with us, for together we are unbreakable. With her resolve ignited, Athena gathered her warriors and led them to the heart of the Parthenon. Within its sacred walls, she summoned the power of the gods, her voice resonating through marble and stone. Olympians, hear my call. We face the wrath of Ares, the god of war. It is our honor and our lives at stake. Lend us your strength. The air grew thick with anticipation, the atmosphere crackling with divine energy. Moments stretched into an eternity until the golden forms of the gods began to materialize. First came Hephaestus, the master of fire and forge, his hammer resting in his grasp. Next, the goddess Artemis, protector of the wild, her silver arrows glinting in the flickering flames of the torches. Finally, Poseidon, lord of the seas, emerged with a mighty wave crashing in his wake, each step echoing with the ferocity of the ocean's depths. Athena, we answer your call. Hephaestus spoke, his voice a melodic rumble, tempered by the warmth of creation. What dark tide threatens your city? Ares seeks to claim Athens as his own, Athena replied, her voice steady amidst the tumult. He unleashed Cerberus upon us, now his armies march beyond the horizon. We require your strength. Dearest gods, unite with us, and we shall ensure Athens remains free. The gods exchanged glances, each weighing the gravity of the conflict. Artemis stepped forward, her expression resolute. I shall bring forth the beasts of a forest, creatures fierce and loyal. They will aid us in battle. Poseidon nodded, determination etched across his face. And I will raise the oceans against Ares, creating a barrier that will shield Athens. We will drown as many warriors in the depths of despair. Then it is settled, Athena declared, her spirit ignited by their commitment. Let us prepare. The gods and warriors left no stone unturned as they readied for the impending storm. The Parthenon, aglow with the light of divinity, became a sanctuary of strategy. Athena's heart raced with the gravity of the moment. This was her chance to protect not just the city, but the very essence of honor and wisdom that defined her. As night fell, a palpable tension hung in the air. Athena gathered her warriors, their faces fierce and ready as she addressed them. Brothers and sisters, tonight we fight not just for ourselves, but for the spirit of Athens. We carry the weight of those who fell, and their valor shall guide our blades. Ares believes he can snatch victory from us, but we are the bringers of light against the darkness. Just then, a tremor shook the ground as the first horn of war rang out, a sound that transcended time and space, heralding the chaotic approach of Ares as the legion. Shadows lengthened, and the battlefield transformed into a tableau of dread and anticipation. Ares emerged, draped in shadows and blood-red armor, his presence a swirling vortex of menace. Athena, he roared, his voice a tempest of rage. You think your pitiful lances can save you? I shall drown the city in blood. The chaos will consume you all. With a flicker of his wrist, the heavens shadowed as a legion of warriors twisted, brutal, and ravenous emerged from the shadows. They surged forward like a wave of malevolence, weapons glinting with malice. For Ares they roared, an echo that pierced through the hearts of Athena's warriors. Athenians, to me! Athena shouted, her voice a clarion call amidst the chaos. The lines of her forces held firm, each warrior gripping their weapon with renewed intensity. The clash began with a thunderous rumble, steel meeting steel, cries of rage mingling with shouts of defiance. Athena, at the forefront, soared through the ranks like an avenging angel, her spear carving a path through the enemy hordes. With each strike, she called upon the wisdom of her ancestors, each movement a testament to the battles fought and won before her. Beside her, Theseus fought valiantly, cutting through foes with a swiftness and grace that echoed through the tumult. Athena, we must break their ranks, he shouted, his voice laced with urgency. I know, Theseus, she replied, determination radiating from her. We must draw Ares into the fray. He is the heart of their chaos, and without him, his forces will fall into disarray. As if sensing their plan, Ares unleashed a primal roar, rallying his legions with an intoxicating fervor. Kill them all, for blood, for glory! He surged forward, his eyes locked onto Athena, and the two deities collided in a tempest of passion and fury. Their weapons clashed, the sound echoing like thunder. Athena's spear met Ares' sword, creating sparks that illuminated the darkened sky. "You will not claim this city, Ares," she shouted, each word a promise forged in the fires of destiny. "Your wisdom is no match for my might," Ares retorted, pushing against her with all his strength. The ground trembled beneath them, the celestial forces colliding in a spectacle of raw power and divine will. With a surge of insight, Athena pivoted, throwing Ares off balance and thrusting her spear towards his heart. But Ares, ever cunning, deflected her strike, retaliating with a ferocious swipe that sent Athena stumbling back. "Strike true, Athena," Theseus cried from the fray, his voice drowning in the cacophony of battle. "You hold the fate of Athens in your hands." As Athena steadied herself, she caught sight of a familiar figure charging into the fray, Pericles, a fire in his eyes, rushing towards Ares with all his youthful vigor. "For honor," he shouted, brandishing his sword as he lunged at the god of war. Ares barely glanced at him, sidestepping with a predatory grace and sweeping Pericles aside with a flick of his wrist. The young warrior fell, and despair gripped Athena's heart. "No," she screamed, her voice cutting through the maelstrom. In that moment, her anger ignited, a burning fury coursing through her veins. "You will not take my people." Summoning the energy of Olympus, Athena rose with renewed vigor, her spear glowing like the dawn itself. "Ares, you desire chaos, but you have awakened a storm." With a fierce battle cry, she charged forward, wielding her spear with divine precision. Ares turned, but it was too late. Athena unleashed the might of her ancestors, a torrent of energy that struck true, piercing through the darkness that enveloped Ares. The god of war staggered, shock shimmering across his face as the divine energy flowed through him, his power flickering like a dying flame. "No, this cannot be," he roared, but Athena stood resolute, unwavering. "Feel the weight of all you've shown, Ares, this is your reckoning," she declared, her voice rising above the chaos. With one final thrust, Ares staggered back, his crimson armor glistening with the remnants of divine energy that flickered like dying embers. The air thickened with the tense aftermath of Athena's powerful strike, and for a fleeting moment, silence reigned over the battlefield. The echoes of clashing swords, the cries of the fallen, faded into an eerie lull, broken only by Ares' ragged breath. "You think you can defeat me, Athena?" Ares spat, fury boiling in his veins. "I am chaos incarnate. This world thrives on bloodshed, and I will not be silenced by your feeble attempts at honor." With a roar that sent tremors through the ground, he regained his footing, his dark aura swelling around him like a tempest. Athena, sensing the darkness encroaching upon her once hopeful heart, tightened her grip on her spear. "This city, these people, thrive on wisdom and courage, not chaos. You may have strength, Ares, but I possess the will of the people of Athens." Her voice soared above the tumult, rallying her warriors, igniting the embers of defiance within their hearts. With a determined glint in her emerald eyes, Athena surged forward. Ares, fueled by rage and desperation, unleashed a wave of energy, dark and malevolent. It crashed toward her like a tidal wave, seeking to engulf her in its chaos. But Athena, drawing upon the spirit of the fallen and the strength of her people, raised her shield emblazoned with Medusa's visage. The shield absorbed the impact, sparks flying in all directions, illuminating the battlefield. "Your wretched darkness cannot touch me," she declared, deflecting the energy with a fierce thrust of her spear. Ares, momentarily taken aback, seized the opportunity to gather his remaining strength. He charged forth, his sword raised high, his laughter mingling with the cries of war. "You cannot escape fate, Athena. Your honor will crumble before my might." The battlefield erupted again in chaos as Ares plunged into the fray, cutting through her warriors with brutal efficiency. Athenians fell around her, their cries echoing in Athena's heart like thunderclaps of despair. Theseus, seeing his comrades fall, fought valiantly, dodging and weaving through the whirlwind of battle to reach her side. "Athena, we will not yield, we must break his ranks," he shouted, his voice resolute against the storm of chaos. "I know, Theseus, but Ares is wily. He baits us into a frenzy. We must draw him into the heart of our forces," she replied, determination flickering within her. As they spoke, Ares' forces raged like a tempest, spilling into the sacred grounds of the Parthenon. His soldiers, cloaked in shadows and malice, pressed forward, shouting their allegiance to the god of war. To counter the tide, Athena summoned her innate wisdom, a radiant light blossoming forth from her being. "Warriors of Athens, we are the guardians of honor. Stand with me now." Her voice resonated, echoing through the hearts of her people. Facing the approaching darkness, her warriors rallied, forming a wall of shields, a bastion against the relentless tide. The Athenians tightened their formation, embodying the spirit of their goddess as they braced for the impact. With a fierce battle cry, Ares surged forward, intent on breaking their unity. His sword struck like lightning, cutting through shields and warriors alike. Yet Athena, a beacon of resilience, moved like a wraith among the chaos, her spear striking true as she rallied her forces. Each thrust was a testament to her unyielding spirit and the legacy of those who had fallen before. But just as the battle reached a fever pitch, a most unexpected sight unfolded upon the battlefield. Emerging from the shadows, Cerberus reappeared, a ghastly reminder of Ares' treachery. The beast, its 3 heads snarling and snapping, charged into the fray, flooding the air with an intoxicating scent of despair. "Death!" Athena cried, her heart sinking as she recognized the beast that had nearly spelled their doom. "Not again, we must not falter. Cerberus has returned. He is but a tool of Ares' chaos." Theseus shouted, determination igniting the flames of battle within him. "We will not allow him to divide us." Athena's gaze sharpened, and her resolve hardened. "Then let us face him together. He may be a creature of darkness, but we will bind him in the light of our unity." With renewed resolve, Athena rallied her warriors once more, and as they faced the monstrous guardian, the battle became a chaotic symphony of desperation and defiance. Cerberus lunged, snapping at the Athenians who stood resolute, their spirits intertwined like an indomitable tapestry of resistance. As the jaws of the beast descended, Athena summoned her divine light, illuminating the battlefield. "To me, warriors, we shall bind the beast and send it back to the darkness it hails from." Her voice rang clear as she wielded her spear, crafting a radiant lasso from the sacred energy that flowed through her. The warriors surged forth, their hearts synchronized with Athena's resolve. With a fierce cry, they encircled Cerberus, who thrashed wildly, spitting venom and fury. The Athenians worked in unison, binding the beast with their own strength, the glow of Athena's lasso intertwined with their determination. Yet within the chaos, Ares cackled, his laughter echoing like thunder. "You think you can subdue Cerberus? He is a harbinger of my chaos. I will not let you win." With a flick of his wrist, he unleashed a torrent of shadows that enveloped the battlefield, shrouding it in darkness. "Athena, we must push through," Theseus shouted, his voice finding her amidst the backdrop of chaos. "Your light is stronger than his darkness. Rise above it." Athena felt the weight of her warriors' faith, their spirits intertwining with her own. Drawing upon that connection, she surged forward, illuminating the darkness with her spear. "We will not let fear consume us. We are Athenians. We rise from the ashes of despair." With a final surge of energy, she threw the lasso towards Cerberus, binding its 3 heads with brilliant light, the force of their unity pulling it back towards the depths of the underworld. The beast howled, thrashing against its bonds, but the power of Athena's warriors was unyielding. "Together, bind him!" Athena commanded, her voice a beacon amidst the darkness. The warriors tightened their grip, drawing upon the strength of their ancestors, fueling her with unwavering resolve. With a final roar, Cerberus was pulled into the swirling vortex of shadows, bashed back to the depths below. The darkness receded, revealing the battlefield once more to Athena's warriors. Exhausted yet victorious, they stood amidst the remnants of chaos, breathing in the sweet air of triumph. But Ares, his fury igniting like wildfire, surged forward, his gaze locked onto Athena. "You may have won the battle, but the war is far from over. I will return, and I will claim what is mine." With those words, he vanished into the shadows, leaving behind a chilling promise of vengeance. As the battlefield settled, Athena felt the weight of destiny pressing upon her. The cost of victory loomed heavy in her heart as she scanned the faces of her warriors, grateful yet sorrowful. Theseus reached her side, his armor battered, but his spirit undaunted. "We have triumphed, Athena," he said, his voice strong despite the chaos around them. "But at what cost? We have lost many today. We must honor their sacrifices." "Aye, Theseus," she replied, her voice tinged with both pride and sorrow. "We must remember them. Their bravery fuels our resolve. Their spirits guide us forward. We shall rebuild, stronger than before, and ensure that their sacrifices were not in vain." As the sun began to rise, casting a golden hue upon the remnants of battle, Athena raised her spear high, a symbol of their unity and resilience. "Warriors of Athens, we shall honor those who fell, for they fought for our freedom and our honor. Their strength will echo through the ages." With hearts united, the Athenians knelt, heads bowed in reverence, the breeze carrying whispers of the fallen. They forged a bond that transcended the chaos, promised to protect their city, to honor the legacy of those who had given everything. As dawn broke over the horizon, casting light upon the Parthenon, Athena stood amongst her warriors, a pillar of strength in the face of adversity. The shadows had receded for now, yet she knew the war was far from over. Ares' wrath would return, and the battle for Athens would continue. but in that moment she felt a flicker of hope. The spirit of unity ignited within her, a flame that would guide her and her warriors through the darkness ahead. Together, they would face what was to come armed with wisdom, courage, and the indomitable strength of their hearts. As dawn broke over Athens, the rising sun painted the skies in hues of crimson and gold, a stark contrast to the remnants of the battlefield that lay beneath. The echoes of chaos still reverberated in the hearts of those who had fought valiantly, a haunting reminder of the struggle against darkness. Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war, stood resolute upon the steps of the Parthenon, her emerald eye scanning the horizon where shadows of dread lingered. The Athenians, weary and wounded, began to gather. Theseus streaked with a sort of battle, they carried both pride and sorrow within their hearts. Among them, Theseus emerged, determination etched across his features. "Athena," he said, stepping forward, his voice steady despite the fatigue that weighed heavily upon him. "What shall we do? Ares will return with vengeance. We cannot remain passive." Athena turned to him, her heart heavy, yet her spirit ablaze. "We shall not cower before the god of war. Instead, we will prepare. We must forge alliances beyond the borders of Athens, awaken the wisdom of the gods and the spirits of the fallen. Together, we will build a shield against his chaos." Resolute, she raised her spirit's blade gleaming in the sunlight and called her warriors forth. "Gather around. Hear me. Brave souls of Athens, we have withstood the storm, but the true battle lies ahead. We will not allow Ares to claim our home. We shall stand united, forging a bond that even the gods shall envy." The Athenians rallied, their voices rising in a chorus of defiance. "For honor, for Athens!" They echoed, their hearts ignited by Athena's words. Yet as their spirits soared, a chill swept through the air, the shadows lengthening ominously as if foretelling calamity. "Listen," shouted Pericles, his voice cutting through the din. "The winds carry whispers of trouble. Something approaches." Suddenly, from the depths of the horizon, a fearsome silhouette emerged, Ares, draped in shadows, his crimson armor glinting ominously in the sunlight. The ground trembled beneath his feet as he marched, his smirk twisting his lips, exuding an intoxicating aura of chaos. "Did you think you could bask in the glow of your hollow victory, Athena?" he bellowed, his voice booming like thunder. "Your city will drown in blood, and your so-called honor will crumble into dust." Athena's heart raced, but she stood firm, her warriors gathering behind her like a wall of unwavering resolve. "You underestimate the strength of my people, Ares. We will not yield to your darkness. Your chaos only fuels our determination." Ares laughed, a chilling sound that sent shivers through the ranks of her warriors. "Then let the bloodshed continue." He waved his hand, and a legion of warriors emerged from the shadows, their faces twisted in malevolence, weapons glinting with malice. "For every soldier you hold dear, I will take 10. You shall know despair." With a roar that echoed across the battlefield, Ares unleashed his horde, and they surged forth like a tide of darkness, weapons raised, cries of chaos filling the air. Athena stood her ground, her voice cutting through the chaos. "Athenians, stand with me. We shall create a fortress of resolve against this tide." With a fierce battle cry, her warriors surged forward, forming a line of shields to withstand the oncoming storm. Athena, at the forefront, wielded her spear with divine grace, striking through the ranks of Ares' warriors. Each strike sang with the power of her ancestors, her movements a dance of defiance against the encroaching darkness. Yet the battlefield was a tempest, chaos swelling amid the clash of steel and the cries of the fallen. As Ares plunged into the fray, Athena locked eyes with him, their wills colliding like celestial bodies in a cosmic dance. "You will not take this city, Ares," she shouted, her voice ringing with unwavering conviction. "Your spirit is commendable, but futile," he retorted, lunging toward her with the ferocity of a tempest. Athena dodged, her spear weaving an intricate pattern through the chaos. She could feel the weight of her warriors behind her, their faith bolstering her resolve. Amidst the clash, she caught sight of Theseus, fighting valiantly against Ares' warriors. He fought with the grace of a lion, each movement purposeful and fierce. "Athena," he shouted, parrying a blow. "We must push them back. We cannot let them breach our land." "I know, Theseus," she called back, determination coursing through her veins. "We need to draw Ares into our ranks. He is the source of their chaos." As if sensing their plan, Ares charged forward, his eyes ablaze with fury. "You think you can deceive me? I am chaos. I revel in the storm." With a flick of his wrist, shadows surged around him, forming a tempest that threatened to engulf the battlefield. Then, breaking through the darkness, a sound echoed, the howl that sent terror spiraling through the hearts of the Athenians. Cerberus, the three-headed guardian of the underworld, emerged once more, a monstrous reminder of Ares' treachery. The beast roared, its head snapping in a chaotic frenzy, and the battlefield erupted into chaos anew. Enough? Athena shouted, her heart sinking as the monster charged toward her warriors. Not again, we must not falter. Cerberus is but a tool of Ares' chaos. Theseus shouted, determination igniting his valor. We will not allow him to divide us. Athena's gaze sharpened, a resolve hardening. Then let us face him together. He may be a creature of darkness, but we will bind him in the light of our unity. With renewed vigor, Athena rallied her warriors once more. We shall not be broken by this darkness. Together, we will overcome. As the beast lunged, snapping its jaws, Athena summoned the light within her, illuminating the battlefield with a radiant glow. Warriors, to me, she commanded, a celestial lasso forming around her spear. We will subdue this beast. The Athenians surged forward, their hearts synchronized with Athena's determination. They encircled Cerberus, pulling together to bind the creature, their spirits intertwining like an indomitable tapestry of resistance. Cerberus thrashed, snarling and snapping, but Athena's divine energy surged through her spear, the glow radiating with each brave heartbeat. Together, bind him, she shouted, her voice echoing with authority. Yet Ares, sensing the tides of fate shifting, unleashed a wave of shadows that enveloped the battlefield. You think you can conquer Cerberus? I will unleash chaos upon you all. His laughter echoed like thunder, chilling the hearts of Athena's warriors. But Athena pressed on, her voice cutting through the dark. You shadows do not frighten us, Ares, we are the light that will banish your darkness. With a final surge, Athena held her lasso, binding Cerberus in a radiant glow, pulling the beast back toward the depths of the underworld. With each warrior's resolve, the lasso tightened, Cerberus howling in agony. Together, we shall send him back, Athena commanded. The warriors tightened their grip, drawing upon the strength of their ancestors, fueling her with unwavering courage. With a final roar, Cerberus was pulled into the swirling vortex of shadows, banished back to the depths of darkness. The battlefield erupted in cheers, the Athenians standing tall amidst the chaos. But Ares, his fury igniting like wildfire, surged forward, his gaze locked onto Athena. You may have won this round, but your victory will be fleeting. I shall return, and I will claim what is mine. With those ominous words, he vanished into the shadows, leaving behind a chilling promise of vengeance. As the dust settled, Athena stood amongst her warriors, a pillar of strength in the face of adversity. They were battered and bloody, but their spirits soared higher than before. Warriors of Athens, she proclaimed, her voice a beacon. We have faced darkness and survived. We shall honor those who fell, for they fought for our freedom and our honor. Their strength will echo through the ages. They knelt, heads bowed in reverence, the breeze carrying whispers of the fallen. But as the sun rose higher, Athena felt a flicker of foreboding. She reached for Theseus, her voice trembling. The shadows of war are not far behind. We must gather our strength, fortify our defenses, and prepare for the trials that await us. A solemn nod passed between them, and as the day wore on, they began to gather the remnants of their fallen warriors, honoring them with the dignity they so richly deserved. The Parthenon glowed with the memories of valor, becoming a sanctuary where the spirits of the fallen and the living intertwined. Yet in the depths of her heart, Athena knew that this was but a prelude to the greater storm that lay ahead. The clash with Ares remained unresolved, and the sacrifices made would demand eternal vigilance. As twilight fell, the air crackled with tension, and the shadows whispered secrets of an uncertain fate. In that moment, the goddess vowed to protect her city, to honor the souls of the brave, and to face whatever